Hi, I'm Alvaro Henrique. I've just uploaded a recording of mine playing Cesar Guerra-Peixe's Peixinhos da Guine. And in this video, I'll give you some hints, some tips, so you can play this music. This piece of music is not published yet. It is registered at the Biblioteca Nacional, National Library, at Rio de Janeiro, and you can get a copy there. I'll ask Guerra-Peixe's here if I can allow people to have this score for free to learn to play that music. If I get her permission, on the description below there will be a link so you can receive this piece as a PDF file in your email. This piece is inspired by a folk song. Unfortunately, I tried to hear this folk song for many years and I haven't been able so far. But the structure of the music suggests that the melody itself begins at the menu, at the first page, this part. And the first thing that we hear is just an introduction so people can understand or the musical language of the music that's about to begin. Just a prelude, just an introduction. In this introduction, we have some Afro-Brazilian rhythm, especially when there is this 16th note on the thumb, played on the thumb, like that. And the thumb should be very low, without accent. It should sound like a ghost. And what's really important is what's happening in the soprano in the 80th. So the thumb should be played as light as possible, just to give a little swing to the music. At meno begins the melody. It's very easy part. Students who have played the classical guitar for at least 1 year can play it very easy. There's just one thing so you have to be cautious. There are many accidents, many flats, many sharps, and many naturals. It's interesting, especially because it's a manuscript. You may not be used to read the manuscript. It's a very good manuscript to read, but I understand that for someone that's not used to read a manuscript, it will be a little hard to read. So please circle, mark, underline, color each accident so you can play the right notes. But playing them technically is very easy. Students who have played the guitar at least 2 semesters can play that part without difficulty. So let's jump to the Moderato, where we have these parallel thirds. Nice. I like to play parallel thirds with MA. It's easier to blend the sound at the same time that the A, M and A, they are different enough so you can really understand each note of the third. They are also similar enough so they have the same tone, the same color, the same attack. So listen and compare. Playing with MA. Now I am. Now PI, and alternating PI, PM. Maybe the recording couldn't show that clear, but if you try yourself those 3 possibilities, I'll bet you will prefer, you will hear that M and A, it's easier to blend and at the same time to hear both notes clearly. It's quite slow, that section, so it's not hard to play with MA. Other thing to beware is it needs a very good legato. And in music, on the guitar, I don't know why, I don't know how, but sometimes we have to practice the opposite to achieve a result we want. So, to play this very legato, you have to practice it very staccato, especially when the melody goes down. This. So, first practice. It doesn't need to be many times. 4 times, 5 times is enough. Practice it very staccato. Then play it legato. I'm sure your legato will improve trying to play that 4 or 5 times staccato. Very fast, very easily. You can reach that result. Then we are back to the meno melody, and please beware once more of the accents, the naturals, the sharps, so the flats, so you are playing the right notes. Also, you can hear the recording I've made to compare if you're playing the right notes. And then we play the introduction once more, and then the gem of the piece, this section with the artificial harmonics. So how you should play them? Practice them. First, play only as you would play the left hand, so 1 octave lower, and try already to play plucking the notes in this area which you will need to use your right hand to achieve the artificial harmonics. So you can already be used of your elbow position, your right hand position, to where you will need to be when playing the note, the melody perfectly. So first learn the melody only playing the left hand and what the left hand should play. Try to memorize it, and I recommend you to play this at first singing along also the notes names, so you can memorize it faster. If you sing the notes along, especially the perfect notes of the perfect names of each note, it's easier to memorize them. So you should practice first something like A, G, F, L, G, T, B, and so on. It's quite hard for me because in Portuguese we don't say notes like that. But you can practice that way. Play singing the notes, and if you're not an English native speaker, say the notes in your native language, please. I recommend you that. So when you first memorize it, then you should be able to play this melody with your eyes closed. So then eyes closed. Perfect. Then you're ready for the next step, which is to playing the notes with the artificial harmonics. Each harmonic will be 1 octave higher, so 12 frets higher than where you are playing your left hand. So if the A is on the 2nd fret, its harmonic will be 12 frets higher, so the 14th fret. The G, F, E, D, C. The B can be played in 2 positions. Here on the 14th fret, 50th string, or 7th fret as a natural harmonic on the 60th string. Playing here as a natural harmonic, it's easier to reach the other harmonics that are to be followed, and also allow to make it sound longer. But this jump can be tricky. So I prefer playing with this jump. But I don't think is that necessary. If for you it's so much easier and you sound more beautiful by playing the B here, and then you have to cut that off, well, if you're playing that way more beautiful than having lots of sweat in this jump, play it here, please. Then, one more thing about this artificial harmonics. So this is where you're going to reach it. You have to position your I finger right above each fret with each note is found, and you have to pluck with another finger. There are three possibilities. My favorite one is plucking with the chiquito, this little finger. Then you have to have a little nail on your little finger. Most guitarists use A, they pluck with A. It works very well. I prefer the chiquito because by plucking from a larger distance, the sound, the attack's a little bit more clear. But it's also because it works for me well. The A is not bad. You can play with A. Some guitarists prefer plucking with the thumb. It can work for some people, but I believe it's harder, especially because you have to place your elbow in a fighting position with the so it's as if you're trying to hit the listener or someone on the first row. So, but you need to place the elbow very forward to be able to pluck with the thumb. I've seen some people doing it. I think it's harder, but if it works best for you, do it this way. Then we have a repetition of previous material, and at the end, beware of the accidents, the naturals, the flats once more, and on the last three measures, it's about to end in a fun way, in a fast way, or in a majestic way, as you see the music. I think this is just some party music, so I want to end it in a fun way, which is but you can end a little bit more majestic. Also, there are many possibilities. You don't need to hold that long as it's written, especially if you want to end it in a much more funnier, jocoso way. Hope you enjoy playing this music. Cesar Guerra-Peixe is a very important composer in Brazil. I think he has a guitar, some works for guitar, solo guitar, which are very interesting. This is one of the last works he wrote for the solo guitar, and I hope you keep coming for more lessons of Brazilian repertoire, especially Cesar Guerra-Peixe, which I'll be uploading some more videos in the near future. Have fun!